Forever, for the union makes us strong.
Victory.
There is victory for us.
Victory.
There is victory for us. In the struggle for our union.
Yes.
There is victory for us. Forward, ever. Backward, never. In the struggle for our union. There is victory.
Workers united
Can never be defeated.
can never be defeated.
Workers united
Solidarity.
forever.
Solidarity.
Forever.
Our women.
Our strength.
Our men.
Our ATM.
Enjoyment.
Forever.
Okay, no, okay. Just vocal projection.
Yeah.
So, this is the new Port Harcourt Refinery. Like I said, 150,000 barrels per day, commissioned in 1989. The rehabilitation work is ongoing in this new Port Harcourt Refinery at the same time as we were doing for the old Port Harcourt Refinery. The old one is completed, the plant is running. You can see the new Port Harcourt Refinery is at an advanced stage, but importantly, size matters. This plant is 2.5 times the old Port Harcourt Refinery, and it has more complexity. It has a cracker, it has other value-added units. So as you can see, with the level of work that is ongoing, I said it starts with integrity checks, and those parts that have failed, we are replacing. If you look directly in front of you, you can see those pipes. You can see they are completely replaced because they failed. Look at many other sections, you can see those parts that failed are replaced and then completed and prepared. You can see it. All these pipes on the ground, you can see those ones there are to be replaced, the new ones to go in, and you can see some of the old ones that have already been taken out. Also, if you look at the effing cooler bundles, if you look up there, there's a brand new one there. There are brand new ones down. At your back too, you have brand new ones. Those ones that are changed, you can see them at the back there. So this is the level of change out, renewal that is ongoing in this plant. So yes, rehab work is ongoing in the new Port Harcourt Refinery. Look at those columns. The old plants are coming from. The columns they have gone under through these processes. So this is the final phase. They are preparing in the Harcourt they are doing. Then all the internals of these columns are being replaced with brand new internals. They are all brand new. So that you are seeing.
Thank you for that. You are after question. First and foremost, let me start from where Mr. President has spoken. This facility, this asset, is under rehab for an upgrade than before, and there's an established governing process so that it should continue. When it's up, when the rehab is completed, it will be up and running and to the state of art compared to any refinery around the world. So that is it. There will be compliance, HSE, all the assurances and compliance will be made, and that's why a total rehab is being made. From the contractor's view, techno mode, which we are doing, and from the reports they sent us, they are up to over 90% completed, and we will deal with that as soon as possible. And we are following up through and ensure that we get value, and then we have a combined 60,000 with 150,000 barrels per day, 210, so that will support our refining processes and products and with the multiple effects that we have on our refining product, finished products that we desire in this country, so that we have sufficiency, those for export and import and our consumption, especially the BMS, ETC, and other products like HO. Thank you.
So I have actually visited a refinery that was built somewhere in 1945, and that particular somewhere in Europe. And that particular refinery, I visited that refinery in the year 2010. So that shows that refineries can usually last even up to 100 years. We have a refinery today that is close to 100 years and is still working. So my question is just the strategy that is going to be put in place to ensure that after the rehabilitation, after the refinery comes on stream, what is the strategy that will be put in place to ensure that it doesn't go down again, apart from when we are doing periodic maintenance? Thank you.
It talks. All the refineries that is being rehabbed today, including the all refineries up and running, we ensure that we have an established and professional technical O&M team that will continue to operate and maintain our facilities, and that's why you see around the world, if you don't operate as and when, inclusive of the turnaround, you have issues. And that also involves looking at the processes and the assets, replacing those aging items that needed to be, and ensure that the refinery is up and doing. I think that's the fundamental, and as I said, we're looking at the best O&M teams around the world to support our process, and we'll be monitoring to ensure that we comply with best practice around the refinery across the world.
Let me share this experience. Friday I was in Warri Refinery, and then I advised the leadership there. When the NLC chairman, I used their name intermediately, either chairman or president. Said, no, the president I want, President choose as a compressor. You need to recognize all this, it's very important. My brother, Comrade Williams, when I saw him say, I'm looking younger, I said, yes, now. I'm out of dancing for a long time. So I'm still back. So it's a small thing, but it's important because they are our leaders. And importantly, they are stakeholders in this business. In all our businesses within the oil and gas, both upstream, downstream, they are part and parcel. And they represent Nigerians as great leaders. Whatever they tell us to follow, they tell the country to follow. Behold, that is where the country will follow. If they say don't come to work, we won't come to work. They are so important and effective that they decide our fates. And that's leadership. So I think it's more, but we have to take note and figure whoever is doing the MC role. With APR, with ETI is our workshop. Anyway, so thank you for doing that. The essence of this visit and tour plan is not a belief problem. It's not a doubt issue problem. It's to appreciate the wonderful job, the passion Onoja have with his team. They like the plants, they like the nation. They are so in love with it day and night. I mentioned it as I was coming the last 2 weeks here. That is what we want to appreciate. There's no doubt, we want to confirm to you, leaders, that the plant is up and running as we speak. This is the last time, about 2 weeks, that it has started. That is a fact. That is a truth. These folks here are doing a great job. I will keep track on them, bumper to bumper, telling them that you guys, you must get to the finishing line. Products are being taken and moved to tanks. Then, at the other end, our day tanks there, with our products, we ensure that they are loaded out. Now, this is a business, so this is a plant that has been for years not functional. It to appreciate it with us. We're trying to revamp it, and then the capacity utilization is in places from a level of 50, 60, 70 before it ramp up. So that's the position. Just like we explained with our cars, when you fix your cars, you don't take it to 100 meters or 200 meters from the dashboard. That is what we're doing in simple terms, so that Nigerians, all of you that are in this business, should be able to understand. And then I want to assure you that we have put availability for refining at a reasonable time. We have a 30-day, 20, 60-day, 90-day that will make sure that we have our feedstock to be able to refine within the plant. This is actual. These are the folks and others in the plants and other off-shift that are doing day and night. So this is a fact. This is the fundamental, and we gave a step that please, we know how the refineries work. Don't allow a refinery to shut down. Whatever support we can give you from the leadership, we'll do it.
As a learning process, we just see the theoretical perspective to it. I was thinking that after you might have taken us to the field, to come back and then ask one or two questions. One critical issue is that we have been committed to this for years, and saying that this refinery must work. The labor unions you have in the country, and that we can see that it is working. And I will be more competent to say that when I move around. The capacity it is working now and is going to work tomorrow and next tomorrow are still part of the process. Because we can understand that as a part of the engineering process, it is not magic and not miracle as to say the dead light. In that process for us to get to where we are. That is, and we didn't come here as doubting Thomases. We came here to see the realization of that process, which we insisted after the press and the refinery is not producing, and people are there, we are paying salaries and all that. So we needed to, this day, show that it can work, and that people can do it. So you will understand that this is like a very interesting day for us. And that we hope, because we mentioned that 60, 70%, we hope that it moves faster to work to 100%. That's our prayer. And when that happens, we are going to talk as proud Nigerians, who believe in Nigeria and who believe that the system will work. And from here, we look at Warri, we look at Port Harcourt, so we look at Kaduna and other refineries, and we'll be proud so that when you guys are availability product, you have affordability and then accessibility. It's a hallmarks, because a product that is not available cannot be affordable. It can be accessible. The trade unions understand that economic aspect of it, that unless the product is available, it can be affordable. If we depend on bringing the product from abroad, and at an era where the foreign exchange is equally another thing, and a country with abundance crude, that Nigeria will be better of why we are here, because we already here in the front, and we have only given us a background on what is happening, and we have seen the plans. So I think we almost done in our mission there. So thank you very much. I yield the ground to my colleague. Thank you very much.
Solidarity
Forever.
Pengasan. EVP downstream, NLC Limited, Ishaku Abdullahi, the man who is at the center of this all. His passion for this rehab has been extreme. As at then, when we started in the steering committee, he was working with the GCU. Then he was working across all the refineries, not just Harcourt Refinery. I could say that his passion has been infectious. The passion with which he has been carrying out his job is second to none. Thank you for all you do. We really appreciate it. They are a very good friend. Comrade Oloda. Madam Ojo Ice, GM Rehabitations, NLC Limited, the head of business services, and all the senior management here present. My brother, my friend, Comrade Joe, President NLC, the General Secretary or Secretary General. In Pengasan, it is called General Secretary. In TUC, it's called Secretary General. So at times I do confuse the Secretary General of TUC, finally, Comrade NS, and all other comrades, Pengasan and Lupeng, and the entire staff of this refinery. We are extremely delighted to be here this afternoon. As Comrade Donald just said, this is a homecoming. If I could remember, I think since this rehab started, this is like the third or fourth time that we've been here. We had, I think in the year 2021 or thereabout, we had a STECO meeting. We had a STECO meeting here, I can remember the 21 or 22 at that time. And later, when the former EVP downstream was around, we all went to Warri for STECO meetings and to Kaduna, all in a bid to find solution to this challenge. But one thing in all these was that we saw a management that was committed. We as union, when you talk at times, it will be, you are on the side of management. But we are people that we are not scared to say it the way it is. If things are not working well, we say it. If the management are not serious, we say it. But if we have management that are committed, that are passionate, and that are serious about what they are doing, we also say it. Severally, we have said that what has been happening in the refinery since 2020, 2021, that is not a mirage. I remember a press conference that we granted in Pengasan in 2021, and I could see some faces that are here. They were there in that press conference. We were telling them that the refineries will work. But they all told us that, President, I'm not sure of this room. I can see one madam in this room. I remember what she said on that particular day. But we don't blame them because over the years, we've had stories upon stories upon stories. But because we saw the passion with which the system was going, when we go for STECO meetings, what are those things that have been achieved? What are those things that are yet to be achieved? Where is the roadmap to achieve those things? And also, what are the risks that are being faced? And how do we also source for finance? So, putting everything together, we were quite convinced that this process is going to work. 2 days ago, I was in NTA. So, when we finished the program, the lady asked me, what about Warri? We had that Warri week. I said, yes, I have an idea on the planned period where the Warri refinery will come on stream. But it is better, let it be a surprise. But that we are totally convinced that the same way the old Port Harcourt refinery came on stream, that Warri will come on stream, that the new one will also come on stream, and Kaduna will also follow suit. With the same thing we said in 2021, when nobody believed, but we were convinced. Because if we were not convinced, we will be the first to come out and shout and say we are not convinced. After each STECO meeting, myself and Comrade Williams, we will have some conversations. These people, are they really serious? But from what we have seen today, we think that they are serious. And really, the result is what we are all here today to witness. So I wish to thank the management of NLC Limited. I have a friend who was the former group chairman of GEC in NLC.
So regardless to what the naysayers had to say or continue to say as regarding the functionality and the functionability of the Port Harcourt old refinery, which has come back on stream with the services and support and work and hard work that most the Nigerians who have worked here have put together, over 16 million no lost time. It's something to be proud of. We've returned again this week as we did last week. We'll continue to come here just to bring you the story that what you hear and see on the pictures on the television, from Channels Television, isn't a fluke, isn't a mirage, but the functionality of the Port Harcourt 1 refinery. I remember visiting here in 2016, visiting here in 2019, visiting here in 2021 and 2023, and I knew exactly the processes of how this control room used to look like. I will flip at some point and show you those pictures. It's quite exhilarating and quite rewarding to see that this place has become one of the refurbished or rehabilitated and completely turned a new facility in this Port Harcourt refinery. And this is what it is: 60,000 barrels capacity per day. Currently at 70% and ramping up to 100%. Today we have the unionist leadership here, that of Luke Pengerson and NLC, who have come to see for themselves and tell Nigerians the same story as regard this. And let's also tell you that Warri, Port Harcourt 2 and Kaduna refinery has been assured to come on stream in the shortest while before you know it. I think, in my opinion and in my thinking, this is Nigeria's path towards energy security, and we can but just support it and hope that the federal government will keep to their promise. The Mr. Mele Kolokiari, who has said they thought this wasn't going to happen, it has happened. They thought it wasn't going to come to pass under this administration. It has happened. They said other refineries are not in works, but they are in works. We'll hold him onto these words, and hopefully Nigeria can be a proud place and become the next exporter of petroleum product that it ought to be, and not just exporter of crude.